Alright guys, this is a quick 1 month overview of my Waterbox 65 all-in-one Peninsula. So I'm going to just quickly show you guys what I'm running in this tank and how we're doing. I'm going to try to post one of these every month just as a personal log, and if anybody's interested you can take a look at this great tank. So yeah, first off the bat, it's great quality from Waterbox. Nice thick glass, ultra clear. So this is the end on view. So the greatest thing is the dimensions, in my opinion. I used to have a 75 gallon, a standard 75 sitting here. So I prefer this. Obviously it's a lot higher quality, but also the dimensions. It's basically the opposite of a 75. So the 75 was 21 inches tall and 18 inches front to back, and this guy is the opposite. It's 20 inches of depth here and 18 inches of height. So it's a lot of a wider tank. So I was able to set up all my rock work and leave a couple inches on either side here for the glass cleaner, and also just for some open space. So yeah, there's a great view of the tank. You can see all your corals, all your fish in one little section of the tank here. All right, and the side view here, we have 42 inches from this end all the way to where the filtration starts. And then you have about 5 inches of room there for your filtration compartment. So we're still running the two AI Hydra 26 HDs from the 75 gallon with the aqua illumination RMS mount. So you want the 4 foot bar for this tank. All right, so let's look at the filtration quickly here. So it's all pretty standard. I replaced the filter socks with this 3D printed cup from Kraken Reef. So you can just add your own filter floss here and replace that as needed, as opposed to having to wash out filter socks. So I got 2 of those. This is my ice cap dosing holder. All right, next chamber has a heater. We've got our Tunzi 9004 DC skimmer, and we have our Innovative Marine Minimax reactor here. It's running carbon right now, and yeah, the chambers are spacious. I fit also the Innovative Marine Mighty Jet midsize return pump all the way at the bottom, and the Osmolator Nano. It's kind of cramped in this chamber, but I was able to get it all to fit. All right, for flow, most of the flow actually comes from the return pump. And we're also running 2 AI Nero 3s on either side here. All right, so let's take a look at the cabinet. So it's really high quality plywood. We have the same design at either side, so if you were to set it up as a peninsula, it would look exactly the same on either side. The doors, you can pick which side you want the doors to be on. So this is the first section here. I just have my testing, chemicals, food. And this is the next part. This is where the sump would go if you buy the Peninsula with a sump with the overflow. So I have a lot more room here since there's no sump. This is my ATO reservoir. We've got our dosing set up over here. We've got a battery backup, temperature controller, and the Mighty Jet DC controller, as well as the Tunzi controller for the skimmer. So it's all pretty basic, no Apex yet. So yeah, overall for the first month, I'm extremely happy with the tank. Let's take a last look here at the stuff inside it. So I've been battling with hair algae for about for a long time. I've been dosing Vibrant maybe for about, I want to say 3 months or so. So overall the algae has been reduced. It dies away occasionally. So when I see the algae turning red, I go in manually and pull it out. You can actually see here some of it's starting to turn red. So that's when I go in, pull it out by hand. And that's been working slowly for me, extremely slowly, but we're getting there. So due to that, some of the corals haven't been really extending as much as I would like. You have this trumpet coral here. You can see it's irritated. It has some algae here in the middle of it. It's turning red, so I might go in and pluck that out later. But yeah, nothing has been dying. It's just been unhappy sometimes. See, like this hammer is not fully extended, so it might actually be the flow. We have to play around with that. We got these other hammers here also not too happy. Then you got this hammer over here, it's really happy, really nice and fleshy. So yeah, some corals are doing better than others in terms of extension. Same thing with the torches over here. This cotton candy one's looking a little bit better than the hellfire one. This guy's closed up. So yeah, overall, my battle currently is with the turf slash hair algae. But once I get that under control, I'm gonna try to look into getting maximal growth out of these guys. Yes, as far as the fish, they're doing awesome. No complaints. I added this guy when I switched over from my 75, and I also added this damselfish here. I had previously tried adding them to my 75 gallon, but this huge guy right here was having none of it. So that big clownfish and the tang tried to murder the hawkfish. So I put them back in their quarantine system, a nano tank I had. And once I moved everything over to this tank, I just threw them in there first. And yeah, they were too worried with the new location that they just left them alone. So everybody's living in peace. I have a total of 11 fish in here. We have the 2 clownfish. We have that damselfish up there, coral beauty. We have a pair of these cardinal fish. We got the hawkfish, the Tomini ting. We got a black cap basslet, always near his cave. And we've got that neon goby up there. And there's also, yeah, this guy on a lawnmower blenny over here. Alright guys, so that's about it for this first update. I'm going to try to do these monthly for my own logging purposes so I can see my progress throughout the months and over time. And hopefully they help you out if you're thinking about this tank. It's a great tank. So you can either get this all in one, or you can get it with a sump. I actually like the simplicity of the all-in-one systems. There's less, I would say there's less maintenance. You're limited in equipment, so that makes it so that you have to have a simpler approach, I guess, to your reefing. You can't use all the equipment available. You have to choose a few pieces that work for you and stick with it. So that's I prefer it that way. I know some people like running as much equipment as possible. That used to be me as well. With my 75, I had everything. I had a UV, a larger skimmer, and yeah, so I guess it's not that crazy, just the UV. But since everything's up here, I can just reach in, change these guys, empty the collection cup. This just pulls out from the reactor. Just walk over to the sink and take care of that. So it's a little bit simpler instead of bending down and having to work with everything on the sump. And also with it being a peninsula, it's not much room that goes away. I mean, you are missing these 5 inches from your display, but it's not a big deal. It's a lot less water also when you're doing a water change, and less weight on my floor here. Alright guys, so that's about it. So I'll see you guys next month. Let me know if you have any questions here in the comments about the tank, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.